maybe in the coming days, the information will be official that P2B is leaving the African Democratic Congress, the ADC, to join the Nigerian Democratic Congress, the NDC. So the information is that as he's leaving the ADC, he's leaving with his crew, the obedient, and Kwankwaso is going with him. So anywhere he goes, he's going with Kwankwaso, because two of them are to match in that ticket, P2B President, Kwankwaso Vice. The moment he leaves, ADC will become a skeleton of his own. Because as far as I know, the ADC you are seeing today is standing on P2B. It's only P2B that does engagement, reaching far and wide, going everywhere. It's like the face of the party. If you look at the scenario, what is going on in the country, P2B is one man that has huge support base, organic support base. That is the only politician that anywhere he goes, his support base goes with him. The reason is very simple. They trust him. They believed in him. They love his personality. He's a very simple man who is not greedy like other greedy politicians. If ADC, they are smart, they will know that their best bet to clinch power is what? P2B. Hello, my people. Welcome to my channel. This is Andy Media TV. Quite a whole lot is going on in Nigerian political space, and just a few days ago that the Supreme Court had a judgment in respect to the case between the rival parties in the ADC, the African Democratic Congress. The Supreme Court gave the judgment just 48 hours ago, stating that they have to go back, to the Federal High Court to be able to continue, the matter. And based on that, they threw away the issue of status quo antebellum, that is not even supposed to be there in the first place. So, and then he ordered the INEC to return David Mark as chairman, pending when the matters in the Federal High Court will be heard. And that was why INEC, within 24 hours or thereabout, was able to reinstate Senator David Mark as the chairman of the party, with his crew, and the rest of them, on INEC portal. There was quite a whole lot of jubilation when the Supreme Court gave that judgment. You saw so many ADC supporters, how they were rejoicing, dancing. So a lot of them, kind of making calls, telling their colleagues, hey, this is, victory part one, because what the judgment of the Supreme Court said is not yet to huru for ADC, because nobody knows what the outcome is going to be from the Federal High Court at the end of the day. So when you look at the issues surrounding the party, you will understand that it is the Federal High Court that is holding, the whole cake, that, will determine the leadership of the ADC. So, but I don't know. So the issue is that the ADC guys, I think they are rejoicing too early, in as much as I understand their position that restoring the leadership of the party is quite a win for them. At least there are no more headless chicken, with the return of David Mark and the rest of the team. So at least the party can continue its affairs, doing whatever they need to do, pending when, the High Court, gives their own judgment. So they also knock off the faction of PDP, led by Turaki, SAN, SAN. So a whole lot of judgment came out from the, for the party. So PDP now, I saw Wiki the other day speaking that PDP has no faction. That's based on what the Supreme Court has said, that faction, Ibadan Convention, are all null and void and all of that. So as it stands, the other faction of the PDP, led by the leadership that was elected at the National Convention in Ibadan, that's Aminu Turaki, SAN. So that team now is kind of being obliterated by the Supreme Court. So it is the other faction. I think the issue with PDP is quite a whole lot of mess. But I don't know. The judgment of the court must have helped, kind of reposition what is about to happen within the party. So it has been political decisions, with the Supreme Court. I kind of applaud the Supreme Court for that judgment in terms of restoring, some, leadership sanity in ADC, pending when whatever High Court, decide at the end of the day. So we'll see how it plays out. We have a lot of things we need to look into in this video. So, but before I go further on that, if you are new to this channel, please like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel and put on your notification bell so that when my next new video drop, you'll be among those that will be notified. Let's look into some of these issues. I heard that that P2B is about to kind of decamp from the ADC to join the NDC, Nigeria Democratic Congress. So when you look at what is happening, I mean, it's something that is so worrisome, because at the beginning, series of the videos I've done, I said it that I don't know why P2B joined the ADC. That if I were him, I would have still remained in Labour Party, So, but there are many things he knows we don't know. Or like being at his level, his engagements, and so on. So we may not have all the details, but by perception and by what we see and read. So we'll be able to come up with some, thinking of what is about to happen. So at that time, I said that for Atiku to leave PDP very early when ADC is forming to join ADC, it means his entering ADC is a guaranteed opportunity for him to, be the flag bearer of the party. I said it that time that Atiku cannot just resign from PDP immediately to join the ADC, and somebody else will come and take that ticket. That is going to be pretty difficult. And when you look at his, credentials, Atiku has been somebody that always win primaries. But when the new electoral law, threw away the delegate system, I was kind of, okay, that's fine, because the delegate system is corruption personified. There's nothing they do other than collect dollars from, aspirants and then vote for the aspirant they collected dollar from, whether it's competent or not, whether he has capacity or not, whether he has empathy or not. They just vote for him because he has already paid them, giving them some huge amount of dollars. So, and when you are hearing dollars, we are talking about between $30,000 to $50,000 per person, multiplied by over 800 and something delegates that that will be coming for the election. So it's not huge. It's not a small amount of money that this guy spent during primaries when they were doing the delegate system, then direct primaries or whatever they call it. But now that the court has said it's either direct primaries or consensus, so that angle was shut out. So I was happy, because that's the strategy I think always used to win, all the primaries. He has contested for presidency, I think, about 5 to 6 times. He won all. He didn't lose one. Any party he contested, he won them. And then at the end of the day, he will lose the main election. So that's just the point. So what is the essence of, displacing other people who have the capacity to win the general election and taking the ticket, and at the end of the day, nothing happens? You know what I mean? So the issue here is that, according to the information circulating, I also read from Punch newspaper too, that P2B's worry is that the whole structure was designed to favor one person in the party. So that if he remains in ADC, there's no chance for him to win, because the primaries will never be free and fair. That is the position. And P2B want to be in a party where the primaries will be done free and fair. If he loses, he supports the winner. But when the primary is not free and fair, then it's helpless. And with the new electoral law, there are a lot of short windows for each of the activities that need to be done. So if they don't leave now to join a different party, then they will be stuck in the ADC. So that's why they are negotiating, finding their way out to be able to join a different party. Don't forget what P2B said, that no matter what Tinubu's administration does, he must be on the ballot. Which ballot? Which party? We don't know yet. How will he be in that ballot? We don't know yet. And you recall also that it's been a norm. P2B has said this countless times, that any party he joins, APC comes in there to create confusion and chaos. It happened in the Labour Party. They brought in Apapa, Lamidi Apapa, and the rest of them at that time. The next part, Arab Ambi and the rest of them, they also, came and started dragging the party with Abure and the rest of them, until via the Supreme Court, judgment, Nana Usman became the caretaker chairperson that is there now as we speak. In fact, recently, Abure still went to court. Abure's tenure has expired. Court fired him, and then the caretaker was initiated, and Nana Usman was accepted as the caretaker committee chairperson at that time. So we know the back and forth they went with INEC to remove Abure from INEC portal. It didn't yield any result. P2B, Abia State Governor, was there, and the rest of them, they marched to INEC with the CTC, copy of the Supreme Court judgment that the Supreme Court has decided that Abure is out. This is the caretaker that's going to take over from Abure. INEC refused to do that. That was during Yakubu's, era. Then when P2B now left the Labour Party to join the ADC, weeks after, INEC decided to now obey that judgment, and they now remove Abure from their portal and put Nana Usman. Immediately P2B left, just a few weeks after he left, to join the ADC. So even in the ADC, the moment he joined the ADC, few weeks after, or barely a month or thereabout, another crisis started from the ADC. ADC has been peaceful since July that David Mark took over. There was no problem. It was just, the former presidential candidate of the party that came, online and was, talking that the way they took over the party, this and that, because obviously we know that he will not have the opportunity to be the presidential flag bearer in the 2027 election, that as he used to do almost every 4 years. He is the flag bearer of that ADC party at that time. So it may be part of why he was, angry and all of that. So, but suddenly in November 2025, one nephew, Balagbo, came out and began to drag the leadership of the party. So if you look at or watch the, video of the chief of staff to the president, Femi Gbajabiamila, where he was instigating one Abejide, who was ADC member, to remain in the party. He shouldn't decamp to APC. He should remain in the party to scatter the party, that they will support him to scatter ADC, to make sure they are not at peace. And that he should also call the Balagombe. They will support the Balagombe too, to make sure that ADC is scattered. He was saying it's not hidden. The videos are there circulating. I even was in one of my videos a few days ago. So it was there. So when you listen to some of those rhetorics, you begin to understand that most of the crises in all these parties are engineered by the opposite, by the main leading party, because that's exactly what the chief of staff was saying. So then when that crisis began, P2B was like, I'm the target. Any party I join, they come in there to create chaos and confusion. I am the target. So I bet you me, if P2B leaves ADC now, ADC after some weeks, that matter will settle. We will see Nafiu Balagombe will come out and say, okay, he has accepted David Mark as the leader of the party, and the party moves on. They will target the next party P2B is going to, which we have had is NDC, Nigeria Democratic Congress, where the Senator Siriake Dixon, is also spearheading the party with his crew. So, and I think it's a newly registered party, and P2B has said that it must be on the ballot. So, I think, many people have been saying, oh, P2B have jumped from ABGA to PDP, from PDP to Labour Party, from Labour Party to ADC, from ADC to this one. Same way all the politicians does, including Atiku himself, including the president of the country, Bola Tinubu, has moved from, AD to whatever, ACN or whatever they call that party, and then they form the APC and the rest of them. So it's the nature of politicians jumping from one place to another, because it's about personal interest. They say that politics is all about personal interest. Whatever does not benefit them as a person, they leave the place. And I watched P2B in one of the videos. He said that any party has stayed and left, it is just leave. He was pushed to leave. That's what he said. How was he pushed to leave? P2B is somebody that does things that follow process. Is somebody that like doing things according to the rule. So the moment they want to circumvent that rule in any party where he is, especially when his interest is on the table, then he leaves them, because according to what he said he's not going to join issues with people. That he rather leave and lose, than staying there and be fighting with people here and there. Say in his life, he has never have all those kind of wrangling and fighting and all of that. He rather forfeit whatever he has put in there and live in peace. He loves his peace. And I appreciate that statement, because when you look at the way our politician does, they go all out. They can do anything just for that position that they are looking for. That is the point. Tell me, when you feel you have capacity to lead, you have all the credentials required for that leadership position, why should you be sharing $50,000 to each delegate to kind of vote for you or appoint you or elect you and all of that? Why should you do that? So it means you are buying the position. So you are coming in through corruption already, which means by the time you get the position, that position, corruption will be the leading part of that position, because you have to recoup the money. Multiply $50,000 by almost 1,000 people for you to know what we're talking about. Then convert it to the local currency. You see how many billion that we'll be talking about. So if the person goes into that position, what does he do first? How to recoup his money? He start awarding similar coastal highways here and there, so that his money is going to come back, because it's business. So the person is an investment. He's not doing it because he loves the country. He's not doing it because he's coming to change the face of the nation. He's doing it because he wants to create opportunity to make more money and build more connection and contact, so that when he even leaves the position, he leverages on those contacts he has made being in that position. So it's corruption. And that's why people keep saying, don't vote for me because I'm from Southeast or from anywhere. Vote for me because you believe in me, that I have what it takes to change the face of the nation. That should be the way election, politics should be working. Not voting for people because it's my tribe, because it's my religion, because it's my brother. Because no, you vote for people based on competence. And that is why I keep saying that one major reason why I cannot vote APC as I speak is not because of anything. It's because of the result they have delivered. It's nothing as far as I'm concerned. Insecurity, zero. They have delivered nothing in insecurity. Economy, zero. People are suffering hunger everywhere. You come to power, zero. Power sector, zero. You go to health sector, nothing is functioning. So on what basis will I now come, take my voter's card, queue in line to vote for them? What will I say they have done that affected me positively or affected my family positively? Nothing. Maybe in the coming days, the information will be official that P2B is leaving the African Democratic Congress, the ADC, to join the Nigerian Democratic Congress, the NDC. So When he goes in there, I don't think there's any even competition there. There's nobody that is running as a flag bearer of that party as we speak. So if he goes in there, he may be the sole candidate for the party. And the information is that as he's leaving the ADC, he's leaving with his crew, the obedient, and Kwankwaso is going with him. So anywhere he goes, he's going with Kwankwaso because two of them are to match in that ticket, Peter be president, Kwankwaso vice. So to meet the aspiration of the country. If the president is from the south, the vice will be from the north, and vice versa. So if he's leaving, all the obedient and his crew and the supporters are going with him. And the moment he leaves, ADC will become a skeleton of his own. Because as far as I know, the ADC you are seeing today is standing on P2B. That's the honest truth. Where have you seen Atiku talking in forums, moving everywhere, trying to garner people's support? We have not seen Atiku doing that. All he just wants is sleep in his room. When it's time for primaries, he come and collect the ticket. That's it. And then waiting to a campaign, he will not go. It's only P2B that does engagement, reaching far and wide, going everywhere. It's like the face of the party. And I told ADC this, because if they are smart, it's very simple to understand the dynamics of what is playing out in the Nigerian political space right now. The incumbent president is doing all he wants to do to stifle opposition, so that at the end of the day, it will be only their party that will have viable candidates. That's what they are doing. When you hear them say, go and scatter that party, scatter that party, scatter this other opposition, what do you think they want to do? Create crisis there. And you remember the new electoral law is a very dangerous law, because everything you are doing has a window. And each window is very short. Before, they don't, do all this e-registration and submit, register to INEC within a short window and all of that. And the moment the register is submitted to INEC, you cannot leave to another party, because there will be no party that is doing registration at that time. Unlike before, even when you lose primary today, you can jump to another party and collect tickets. It's not more like that. So that is the reason why, when they say scatter that party, the next thing the party will be in court. Court will delay judgment, or court will give any judgment they want to give to make sure that party is out of the equation. So what do we now do? We are stuck. So that is why I want ADC. If you look at the scenario, what is going on in the country, P2B is one man that has huge support base, organic support base. That is the only politician that anywhere he goes, his support base goes with him. The reason is very simple. They trust him. They believed in him. They love his personality. He's a very simple man who is not greedy like other greedy politicians. The only governor who has left billions of money for the successor who is taking over from him. The only governor who built road network, who won all kinds of awards. The best secure state. He took his state from number 26 position in WAEC and NECO to number 1 within few years. He shaped the education, in the state. Security did very well. Economy, that he even won a MDG, award, and the rest of them. When you look at the awards, it's not that most of the thing he was doing is not a social media person. To be is a quiet person that likes to be on his lane. That's his kind of person. And I watched one video where he said the greatest thing he regretted was he was not there on the media, the world to be seen most of the things he was doing at that time. So he learned his lessons, and that's why now he's making use of the social media. So the issue remains that if ADC, they are smart, they will know that their best bet to clinch power is what? P2B. Putting him as their candidate. Now, all odds favors him. How? I will explain. I know it's not a rule or it's not a law, but it's an understanding that not serve 8 years, serve 8 years, and vice versa, will be switching like that. Now, Buhari just finished 8 years. That is not. As it is now, South is in position. South has done 4 years, remaining 4 years. So, which is good for them, that P2B is from South. So, they would have said, we are zoning it to the South to finish the remaining 4 years of the South before power goes to the North. Very easy. When they have gotten to that point, they will now eliminate many people already. It will now be between P2B and Damachi, who are from South, right? But they didn't do that. That shows you that they are skewing the whole process of every article, obviously. And Atiku joined. Remember, Atiku joined before P2B now. The moment the ADC was formed, David Mark Fashion came in as the leader. Atiku resigned from PDP and joined ADC. What does it tell you? So, if they are putting Atiku, what is Atiku's support base? Forget allocation of result INEC did in 2020 election, that Atiku got how many million votes? Is it 7.3 million votes? Forget that allocation of result. That's not the reality of the result. Just know that and know peace. If at least the result of River State was able to let you know that most of the results INEC announced are not the true result. That's the point. Even the win in Lagos, he beat Tinubu in his state. That result they announced is not even the main result. You remember the PDP person who came on air to say that result, that P2B had over 1 million votes in Lagos. But it is what it is. INEC is the one that announces the result, and we'll keep working with what INEC says. So a lot of manipulations in that election. That's why the system they glitched the system, shut the server down, so that they can't be able to upload the result. They'll give them room for manipulation. So I'm not going to blame P2B for moving from ADC to NDC, because politics have a personal interest, and he has that genuine cause, to kind of contribute his quota to change the face of the country, and he know he can do it. And with what he did in Anambra at that time, I was very aware of his achievements in Anambra at that time. He can do it at the national level because he's not corrupt. All these things, go and check all the projects, major projects Tinubu is awarded, is going to his friend Shagri. Go and check Coastal Highway, all this port concession, this money that are borrowing for port in Lagos and the rest of them. Go and check who is getting the bid. Where did they do the open bid? No place. So if P2B is the president, one, forget about borrowing. P2B is not going to borrow any dime. What P2B will do is to shut down all leakages. It will close all leakages, that no money will leave to any place. Remember, I saw one headline that they are saying about 34.something trillion Nigerian revenue is trapped. It doesn't go straight to TSA, Treasury single account. It enters to one account first. Which account is that? By law, all government revenue is supposed to go straight to Treasury single account, TSA. But in this case, it's trapped somewhere. By who? For who? And why? That is the question. So if P2B is there, all this thing will not be happening. It will come corruption because, one, he will not be stealing. His family will not be stealing. His friends will not be stealing. He will even allow them to be coming to villa. That's the point. That's the kind of person he is, because he doesn't want any dent on his name. He's so cautious of his name. So with that, all those things will not be happening. And the moment it's not happening around him as a person, then it can't happen around any other person. And we will now see how the face of the country will begin to change in terms of agriculture coming from the north that has more vast, land and all of that. It will not be dependent on oil, just oil. That's why he's talking about moving the country from consumption to production. So these are the things that we're going to see. And he has been a guru when it comes to economy, in terms of, if you look at his credentials in Harvard, in Yale, and all these institutions he has gone. And that's how he was able to pull Anambra State together. He didn't borrow one dime for 8 years in Anambra. And he built roads, built everything, because he shut down all the leakages and mop up that money and be able to fix internal roads. He built a lot of internal roads, local roads, bridges everywhere. Just ask ChatGPT, just AI. It will give you all the details. It's not story. It happened real life. Revamp all schools, provided buses for all the schools, government schools in Anambra State. He talks to the class prefects one-on-one. He have their phone numbers. Call them and talk to them. What are the problems of your school? What is going on? He speak to them. Which governor does that? But he did it as a governor. So I'm not campaigning for him, but I know that he's somebody that, have that integrity, have that capability, competence. The energy is there. It's not he work 1 week, he go 3 weeks to France or to London for medical checkup. No, he has that health that is required. He has that strength that is required to deal with Nigerians' problem. He has it. So I don't know why ADC is trying to throw away what God has given to them in the favor of one man. I don't know why. So I don't even know what Atiku is coming to come and do. Atiku have advised him to be a statesman, sit down, support the young people, and help them to become, the president. Their focus should have been number one is to be able to defeat APC first and get power into their party. That's exactly what APC did in 2015. They brought in, Buhari, who most of the northern, allies and, northern people support so much because of when he was, the general, in the army. Then he was head of state. There's a lot of discipline, programs he did to bring discipline to the country and all of that. So many people, believe that, he will replicate it now as a civilian. And they marketed, Buhari that time and then pushed him and they won. And that was how APC came in. So now ADC is supposed to look at who is the most viable candidate among the three guys, Atiku, Amaechi, and P2B. Amaechi, is very competent guy. When he was governor, I visited him, when we had a program for them. I met him in government house at that time when we trained some of the officers, at that time. So I saw what he was doing in the education sector and all of that. So, but now as we speak, he doesn't have that base of, supporters who is going to push him to that position. He doesn't. Same thing with Atiku. He doesn't. But P2B has. that base across the whole country. In the north, is loved everywhere. So don't they see that that is their best bet? That the way Nigeria is now, they just need a candidate that most Nigerians support, so that once he comes out, organically, people will just rally around their candidate and vote for him, knowing that they are suffering insecurity, they are suffering no power, they are suffering kidnapping, and so on and so forth. So people will automatically vote for him. But if they bring the wrong candidate, people will not vote that wrong candidate. No matter what they are suffering, they will still want to stay with Tinubu. That's what they don't understand. People, there's a way people think. They will think, oh, if we put Tinubu now and put Atiku, what will be our fate? And Atiku has a lot of issues surrounding him when he was in government, when he was in a custom, when he was the vice president, and or you see Tinubu mocking him that he privatized power. There's no power. He did this. He wanted to privatize ADC as well. You saw that jab Tinubu was throwing at him. So a lot of things were there. So when you talk of corruption now, they will call him. Even his boss, Olusegun Obasanjo, was accusing him, even wrote him on his book, My Watch. So when you look at all of that, even set up investigation for them to investigate his vice president for corruption and the rest of that. So there are a lot of baggage around him. So, but if they have worked with P2B, it would have been best for him. And with Kwankwaso now in the picture, they will be able to capture, most of the northern states as well, compared to his achievement in 2023 election, where he has no structure, he has no body. He was able to garner all the votes he garnered at that time compared to now. So, and with the ADC structure, people coming and joining the party and all of that, if they are presented Rabiu Kwankwaso, as people have recommended for them, ADC would have been a very viable position to win the 2027 general election and collect that power from Atiku. So, and I told them, Atiku, relax, support P2B and the Kwankwaso. When they get that power into the party, 2031, smooth sail for you. You can run and win. P2B won't run. Nobody will run again because it's the time of the North, and P2B will honor it. He cannot deny himself and say he will contest to do 8 years. No. He want to show Nigeria that 4 years is enough to set the trajectory of the state, to reset it and chart the state to a better path. That is his thinking. He's not there to come and stay for as a life president. No. He just want to prove a point that this can be done. And he needs a committed person, a genuine person to get it done. That is his message, which people don't understand. That's why he keeps telling you that new Nigeria is possible. That's it. So NDC is to the advantage now. If P2B moves in there, NDC will blow up. You remember what happened to Labour Party? Who knows about Labour Party? On the P2B joined, they began to win seats in National Assembly. And the same thing will happen to NDC now. NDC will win state assemblies. They will win national assemblies. They may even win governorship. I'm telling you. So with the wave that will happen, if P2B moves to NDC, it will become the loss of the ADC. So greed, foolishness will cost them the opportunity they had to become something. I don't know why Atiku is hell-bent that he must contest. I don't know why. He has right to contest, but not all your right is what you take. Circumstances at times, makes you to shave away some of your rights so that peace, stability, and progress will reign. That's what I expect him to do as a statesman. But no, he will not. I don't know whether if I to my guy Don Aza, he will say he was born to run, so he will continue to run. Don Aza is my guy. I always watch his videos and all of that. So he said that Atiku is born to run. That even if he said this is his last time to run, and that because we share almost the same views in most of his videos. When I watch it, it's as if I'm the one talking. You know why? I said I said to my wife that Atiku said this is his last time to contest, and I said let's assume Atiku wins, right, in 2027, and he leads to 2031, that Atiku will run again to complete 8 years, and he has told Nigeria that this is the last time he will run. So when he said the Atiku was born to run, I started laughing because it aligned to the same thought I've already shared, that even if he wins now, he will run again in 2031. So, but according to his position, even if he loses this one in 2031, he will say come out. So you have contested 5 times or 6 times and lost. You are still contesting. I mean, I don't get it. So guys, it is what it is. So we'll be waiting within the week, this new week that's about to start. We'll see how far that announcement will come, because from what I read from the Punch, talking about the Obedient Movement DG, when they were asking him, he wasn't emphatically saying yes, P2B is leaving, or no, P2B is not leaving. He said he can't say yes or no, that on the coming days, whatever comes out official, that will be the position. But you should always remember that P2B has said it, that he must be on the ballot in 2027, no matter what APC government is doing to distract other parties. Anywhere he join, they create confusion. So, Sidiake Dixon, just know that you guys should build a formidable wall to forestall any disintegration, because the moment P2B moves to NDC, be ready for challenges in that ADC. Somebody will rise up from nowhere to come and claim leadership of that party or whatever it may be, to send you people to court. That's what you guys will face next. So be careful of what you guys are doing in that ADC, NDC. Be careful of all your, guys, the people that are manning whatever position and all of that. So be very careful, because they will infiltrate that party to create confusion and chaos the moment P2B announces movement to that party. So expect that. And you can see how it has played out in other parties, Labour Party, ADC, and what have you. So it is what it is, but we do hope that P2B moves there peacefully and secure tickets there, and let's see what happens in 2027 election. It's going to be interesting. Since Atiku said they want to run, let him take the ADC ticket and run. Let's see how far he will fare, since he doesn't understand that the things that's going on in the country does not favor him in any way. Even if Kwankwaso comes out as a person now, as the ADC candidate, for example, it will make more impact than Atiku. I'm telling you, because many people don't believe in Atiku. Many people don't trust Atiku. Many people don't, have confidence in him that if he wins as a president, that is going to change Nigeria. So when I see some of these psycho fans that are supporting him, see some of these people that are coming on TV shouting, Atiku this, Atiku that, I keep wondering. I was wondering, because as it stands, the odds does not favor him compared to P2B. He may be P2B's boss or senior or whatever, but in the politics, it's not about senior, it's not about boss, it's about who commands the population. It's about who commands the vote. It's about who will draw that voting population to vote for them. P2B has a lot of inclination with the youth. You look at it, it's the youth that's driving the process for him. And the youth, I was watching a program the other day talking about the registration. I took Peter side. So they're talking about the registration. That is, like, many people are not registering from the southeast, to join the ADC and all of that. Many people are waiting for P2B's final decision. If you don't know it now. The moment P2B moves to that final party where he's securing the ticket, you will see the wave that will go there. Even those who have registered in ADC will also renounce their registration and join where P2B is. And P2B supporters are not political party members. They don't belong to parties. Most of them are not card-carrying members of any party. They are ordinary individuals who vote for him from anywhere they are. That's it. So don't bother about registration in the party. Obedient movement is not members of parties. Some are, but most are not. So that's what it is. Even some people in APC are obedient. They will still vote for P2B. That's the truth. So it is what it is. But we see how it plays out within the week, and we'll know the final position of P2B, as the case may be. So, well, guys, I don't know. What do you think? There's no need, cry more than they believe that P2B is this or P2B is that. No. It's politics. You pursue your dreams. And in politics, no permanent friend, no permanent enemy, only permanent interest. They go by interest. That's why you see them decamp from one party to another, see them do all sort of stuff. You keep wondering. But I don't think there's anything wrong with him moving to a different party where he wants to actualize his dream, just like Atiku wants to actualize his own dream. So let's see both of them in the ballot. So we are going back to 2023 race, where you have Tinubu, Atiku, and P2B in the ballot. So a repeat of 2023 is about to happen, but it will be the most foolish thing ADC has ever done to allow P2B to go. It will be the most foolish thing they have ever done. And I expect Senator David Mark to do better than what we're about to see to happen with ADC. If P2B leaves, ADC is dead. Write it down, that they will not win anything. And most of the party people who have joined the ADC, like some members of the National Assembly, you will see most of them move again to NDC, because they need that obedient wave to secure that ticket. How many people with the ADC, push to the limit? No, P2B can push many people to, to a position. It happened in 2023, and it's going to happen again. So that's what it is. So I don't know. I wish the country a better 2027 election, and I do hope that INEC will do the needful, do what is right, and be able to ensure free, fair, and credible election. So that's my prayer. So guys, if you know whatever, if you have anything to say concerning this move that P2B is trying to do, please, the comment section is open for you. You can put your comment in the comment section. Let's continue to watch and see what plays out in the political space. And we don't even know what the High Court ruling will be, in that ADC and Bala, Nafi Gombe case. Nobody knows the outcome of what that, decision of the court will be like. So whether that decision will even destroy the ADC finally, nobody knows. So, but we'll see how it plays out, and then we take it from there. So guys, I'm gonna let it slide over here. So if you are new to my channel, kindly like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel and put on the notification bell, so that when my next new video drop, you'll be among those that will be notified. So guys, I'm gonna leave it here and say to you, thank you for watching this video, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. See ya. I'm signing out.